Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Washington Commanders.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings. We get you into the action very early on. In fact, it's the first drive of the game, and the Minnesota Vikings have the ball. First play, here's Cousins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 14 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
7 yards there and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So another rushing touchdown for him this. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? These two teams all tied after one. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Going for it all. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Yeah.
A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside.
We jump into the action. It's 2nd down and 3, and the ball in the red zone. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep to the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play.
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter? Nice footwork at the 25. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of...
So it's 3rd and 6 for this offense. Good news is they're in the red zone. Obviously, the bad news, they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. Cousins now. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there, with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not. 4th quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took it. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll try the middle with Cook. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 140 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their mat.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was...
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the... So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Minnesota, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.